There we go. Yeah, I got a phone call. Should probably do that. Put do not disturb.
Yeah.
But either way, uh, there were some aspects that I did like about my mom, and then some aspects that I didn't like. So for me, it was the opposite of what Ariel has. But that's a blessing that she has that to where she wants to be like you. For me, I was like, I definitely don't want to be like that.
Oh, you and me both.
I
You and me both.
I definitely don't want to be like that. I don't want to have that type of relationship with my daughter. I don't want to speak to people that way. I don't want to act that way. And so you just start acting differently.
No, for real. No, I feel you. Because some people like, how you know how to be a mom and your mom wasn't there? And I'm like, because I learned from my not being there.
Mm-hmm.
I learned from
Mm-hmm.
the
What I wanted to
the
do.
F ups
Mm-hmm.
of. So it's just like I run my household strict.
The way that you needed it to
Needed
be.
it to be.
That's what I tell people too. Is like when I was growing up, you already know we lived what a year or two,
Damn,
3.
Maria.
So I'm like, it was absolute chaos. When I tell people it was chaotic, they don't.
They think you're dramatic.
Yeah. It's either I'm being dramatic or their mind simply can't fathom the amount of chaos. Because like there was no structure, there was no routine, there was no. You're waking up at this time. You're going to bed at this time.
That's how it is.
There
with
was
mine. Yep.
there was none of that. It was if you eat, you eat. If you don't, you don't. Either way, I'm gonna eat. And then if you cooking something, cook something for me too.
Right.
And I'm like, this now as a mom to a daughter. No, you waking up at this time, you going to bed at this time. If you can't sleep, well, I don't know what to tell you. Better lay down in your bed.
No,
Close your
for
eyes
real.
if you can't sleep. Like I literally told her that. She was like, "Mommy, I can't sleep."
Thing.
Go ahead and lay down and close your eyes, and then
You'll go to sleep.
and then eventually you gonna go to sleep. Look, your eyes is gonna be like, let's just go ahead and rest.
No, for real.
But I'm like, no, especially growing up without a structure or routine, I realized that I needed structure and routine. And now I heavily implement that with Gaia. And she doesn't get that with her dad. Like there's an outline of what should probably happen, but you know, she got that man wrapped around her fingers.
Don't all girls do.
And if we had a parent teacher conference one time.
What happened?
This boy said, whatever you guys tell me to do, I'll just do that. Because I've never raised a daughter before. I said, you say that as if you raised a boy.
Right.
You say that as if this ain't your first child, as far as I know. I was like, what? And so literally after the whole meeting was done, I went home and I called her daycare teacher. I said, that was the most passive parenting I've ever experienced in my entire life. She's like, yeah. I was like, because what do you mean? He's like, so what am I supposed to do when I take something from her and she starts crying? I said, let her cry.
No, for real.
I said, why? What do you do? He said, I just give it back to her when she stops crying. I said, no. No. I said, don't do that. Don't do that. So look, girl, that's why I have to always.
It's funny because she be trying me, and she be here. I'm like, that's what we ain't doing.
She was, girl, if you don't sit down there and pick up them damn puzzle pieces, you know, and that's something that I have to like implement at the house, at our house. Is look, crying doesn't get you anything.
It don't.
Whining doesn't get you anything. It doesn't solve the issue. It doesn't negate that you're gonna like suffer consequences for your actions. It doesn't mean anything. It just shows how dramatic you are. And good for you. You get the Oscar. And I've been telling her, and I'm like, look, if you don't want to clean it up, don't make the mess. Like, do you think mommy likes to clean up dishes? No, but I made dishes trying to feed you, and now I gotta go do some dishes. You think I like doing laundry? No. But we gotta wear clothes.
The life of a parent.
Legally. legally,
well, hey,
we have to wear clothes
where you can be nude.
Look, so I'm like, legally, we have to wear clothes. You want to wear clothes every single day of the week. There's gonna be laundry. You think I like doing laundry? No, but I gotta get it done. If I want to make sure you got clean clothes to wear. You don't like picking up your toys. Ooh, don't put all your toys on the floor.
Everybody got an issue with that.
And
I
look,
packed up all her toys and put them up in the garage.
look, and some people be like, "Oh, that's so harsh," and I'm like, I literally talk to her just like that. I just like that. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you.
Period.
Go ahead and cry. I literally tell them like, go ahead and finish crying, and then we can talk once you're done. I'm like, you want to hold my hand while you cry? Because that's the only thing I'm going to offer you. I'm not going to sit there and like become a pile of jello and be like, whatever you want,
No,
I'll
for
give
real,
you.
like her
No.
daddy.
If you want to cry, go ahead and cry. We're going to talk about it afterwards, though. Crying is not going to negate your consequences. It's just not. And I'm like, yay, gentle parenting. Don't spank them. Talk to them. Goodness gracious.
I do both.
She said I do both. I hate you.
I will
She said
ass.
it's a little bit of both.
It's just a little bit of both.
Girl, look, and then I'll I'll get to the point where I'll be like, do I need to spank you? She'll be like, no, don't make me have to.
No, for real.
Or I'll just be like, do you need to catch these hands? Do you need to catch these hands? No. And I'm like, okay, so what are you supposed to be doing? Oh, I'm supposed to be taking a shower. And what are you doing? Playing with my doll. So are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? She's like, no. So what should you be doing? She's like, taking a shower. I literally talked to her just like that. Because I'm already like, when we're coming home, you already know the plan, homie. First of all, this ain't nothing new to you. We on a routine.
No, for
this
real.
is a scheduled thing. And then on top of that, I'm in the car like, hey, can you hear me? Is your ears working? Are your ears working?
Remember,
I'm like,
we need
all
to do
right.
this when we get home.
I literally tell her that. I'm like, when we get home, you're going to take a shower. I'm going to finish dinner. We're going to eat dinner. Well, you're going to take a shower, get into your pajamas. I'm going to finish dinner. We're going to eat dinner, and you're going to go to bed. And she'll be like, what about read to me? I will read to you, and then you're going to bed. And then as soon as we get home, if you do anything that deviates from that, what are you doing?
No, for real.
Why are you doing that?
You're distracted.
What are you doing? Yeah, and then that, she's 4, so.
Of course,
But shoot, I've been talking to her like that since the day she was born.
No, for real.
Plopped her on the floor, put her bottle far away from her. She's sitting there, and I'm like, look, if you're hungry, go get your bottle.
No,
I ain't stopping you.
I used to talk to Ariel like a little grown ass woman.
Literally,
My
and I don't know.
She was like, "Why you talk to her like she grown?" I ain't about to do no baby talk.
I'm not baby talking none of you.
I'm not doing no baby talk. How she gonna learn how to talk if I'm just baby?
And the baby
Right.
want to
And that is so ugly.
No,
That's not cute. Leave
No.
that shit for the dogs.
no, that's how you. That's how you. It takes your kid a long time to start talking because they think
No,
people
for
talk like
real. Mm-mm.
that. No,
And it's not gonna be me.
you know what? I was reading this book or I was listening to its podcast. Something I downloaded information into my brain.
Oh Lord.
That was talking about like why people suck their thumbs. Oh, you know what? I think it was like this therapist that I follow on YouTube. But he was saying it might have been a book. It might have been a book.
Probably. It's crazy because I used to suck my thumb when I was younger.
But they were saying that it's a connection to like wanting it's a lack of a fundamental need from a child or from a parent to a child, and the child is essentially like replicating the suckling on a mother's breast for comfort. I was like, so a lot of people who suck their thumbs essentially are essentially like in an anxious state, and that's their soothing mechanism. I was like, kind of like a blanket or like smoking.
Playing with your ear.
Playing with your ear, playing with your hair. People eat their hair sometimes.
I had a nephew that he had to play. It wasn't his ear, but he had to play with someone else's.
With someone
ear
else's,
in order to go to
yes.
sleep.
Yep. And then I've seen multiple videos of like older kids too, even like teenagers, like having to like rub their mother's ear in order to like soothe themselves. And I was like, I don't know if I'm having my 16-year-old rubbing on my ear in the grocery store to soothe herself.
Oh yeah,
because she got
that.
social anxiety.
Yeah.
Nah, we gonna nip
go,
that in the bud.
No, for real. I'll go buy a fake ear.
You
ain't doing mine.
She said, I'm gonna go buy a fake ear. Here's this rubber ear.
No, for real.
If you buy a rubber toe, it's
They,
called rubber toe.
I know they got it. They got it somewhere.
Well, yeah, of course. But I was like, that's actually very interesting. I was actually on my way here, and I was like, what are we going to talk about today? I was like,
Well, you said open today.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
today is
it's
open.
But I was thinking, I was like, you know what? It's such a blessing to have that urge of wanting to go home. Because I was like, if I actually sit and think about it, I've never had the feeling that I just want this to be over so I can just go home. Never had it. I've always wanted to be away from the house. I've always wanted to be as far as away as I could for as long as I could. That's what. And thinking about it too is like I did a lot of after school activities and all of these different groups and all of that stuff. And we're gonna be over here and it's gonna be like an overnight thing, or can I spend the night at somebody's house and whatever I could to not be at home.
Right.
And I was like, I just love that simple blessing that I have the want to go home. Like when I'm at work, I'm just like, I just want to go home and get naked and just lay in my bed
on everything,
and then get up and go walk to my bathroom, past my kitchen, past my closet, not my mama's.
Right, it's mine.
Not so and so's house.
Hard for this.
Right, like I'm not like living with anybody, like hoping that they pay. This shit all on me. And I'm like, it's devastating to realize what you had to go through to get that, but it's also like a fucking blessing to have that. Like have the stress of, I'm doing this by myself. Thank God at least for me, thank God I'm by myself. Because if I was with a toxic family, Lord only knows, I'd probably be very unmotivated to want to strive to do something for myself because I have that. Well, if anything happens, I can always just go live with my. No, that's not even an option. Even if it was an option, and I ain't taking it. It's one of those non-option options. Like, so I'm like, it's a blessing to have that
on everything.
To have the stress of, I gotta pay all these, but they're mine. They're my bills. They're my kids. This is my car.
Man, but bills is getting up so high.
It's ridiculous. It's
my insurance went up. My energy bill went up. Oh, my energy bill is high.
It's stupid.
Baby,
what about that? Like, pay the same every month type of thing? I don't know.
I don't want to do that because I believe like when you do that, it's like say your bill is $300 this month. And the next month it's probably $400, but they set you to just $250. Where's that remaining? Where's that remaining going? So when that course of whatever premium is over, that remaining, I'm pretty sure that's gonna come right back.
Smacking you beside the head,
and that match might round up to about $800. Y'all ain't
helped. I didn't have it before. Who said that? I had it now.
No.
I'm so sure there's programs that can help you with that though. I'm gonna ask the guy's daycare teacher.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm so sure that there's programs that can help you with that's also another blessing is like realizing like, there is a lot of help if we're willing to like ask for help. There's a lot of help.
There's a lot of resources. You just gotta find the actual right resource.
This year and look, that was a lot of different emotions all at once.
I'm done.
Because earlier this year, I was like, this is so stressful. Like, oh my goodness, how am I going to pay for stuff? And then, boom, we get hit with, we're off of food stamps. And I no longer get Medicaid. And I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. And then, boom, September, I tried to go and renew for guys' Medicaid. And they were like, oh no, you make too much. So she's going to be taken off of Medicaid as well.
Dang.
I was like, okay. And then the Lord is like, but you have a job. You have a job where you can get insurance for your kid.
No, for real.
So I was like, you're right. So I put her on my insurance. And then the entire time I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay for all this stuff? And then I actually took out a payday loan. And they're like, yeah, so this next one is going to be your last payment for this loan that you have out. And then the next time you need to take a loan out, you can take up to $1,700 out. I was like,
She said, "Oh, I like
okay,
that."
okay. And then out of nowhere, her daycare teacher was like, yeah, you're behind on payments. I was like, how much? She's like, I think it's like $600. And then she like showed me the actual like printout. It was like $1,000. I was like, ugh, okay, how are we gonna do that? And she's like, well, I think I can apply some like discounts. That woman's a blessing. It literally went from like $1,000 to us only having to pay like $410.
Oh, nice.
Because she applied like discounts and then like took some late fees off and all of that stuff. I was like, I can give you 400. I'll give you 400. So I went, got the payday loan, paid that off, and I was like, this is amazing. And I was like, oh, we're gonna really need like food and stuff. And then boom, I went and I need to tell you about the Just One project too, because that's awesome as well. It's like once a month you get groceries and you get it for however many people
that
are in
link
your
you
house.
had sent me. I haven't called them.
Girl,
I did call them. They hung up.
I went
and I just ain't call them again.
Call back, leave a message. Call them again, leave another message. Call them until you get a hold of somebody, because they done gave me like 2 5-pound bags of potatoes, a gallon of 2% milk. 1 month they gave me like 2 pounds of ground beef, some rice, applesauce, soap. I was like, you can make some nice little milk. And then this month they gave me, I don't even know how many pounds it is, but they gave me some chicken breast. I was like, God is good.
What the expiration date on it look like though?
And then actually no, a lot of them are good. I haven't checked the expiration date of the milk. But yeah, the potatoes are good. They gave me a whole bag of different like fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. They gave me rice. They gave me 3 bags, and I think they're like maybe like a 1/4 pound of oatmeal, but it's like cinnamon apple oatmeal. Oh, and I was like, that's wild. As soon as I get no food stamps, I find this program that provides food for free. And I was like, as soon as I get it taken off of Medicaid, I just went and got insurance through my job. And I was like, having a job might be stressful, but it's a blessing as a motherfucker.
It has benefits.
Look, when, and I can't stand it when people would be like, oh, I can't stand my job. I want to quit, blah, blah, blah. Clearly, you don't see the blessing in your job. No matter what job.
On the job, though.
What job? But look, then on top of that, if you're sitting there saying that you hate your job, didn't nobody tell you fill out the job application? You knew the job description before you started filling out that job application.
They probably thought it was different. They probably liked it at the beginning. But you know, a lot of times it's the people that make you not like it.
And that's a whole nother episode, because management will doom any good employee. Management will doom any good employee. But I'm like, all of this stuff, I'm like, what's going on? And then boom, Donald Trump gets elected as president. And we know that he's going to want to change a lot of things. So I was like, oh, the Lord just telling me to depend on him. Just depend on him. Because shit's about to change. That's what always happens with a new.
Anyway,
and that's exactly what we said last episode. Look, the only change, the only constant in life is change. And I was like, oh, I don't need to be dependent on the government anyways.
On everything.
Because I already have everything that I need, honestly, if I just stop eating out. And you can save a lot of money. Because look, a meal for one singular person, even just a small meal, is like $10, $11
on everything
for one person.
Food went up, everything went up.
So like, God forbid you try to feed a whole family, you can't feed them with $20 no more. $20 used to go a long way.
Girl, I feel like in my house, I feed the whole family how my son eat.
She said that's just the one teenage boy.
Him. He can eat a whole pizza.
Mm-hmm.
He can eat about 15 tacos.
That's a lot of tacos.
And you see how skinny he is.
I was about to say, he teeny meeny.
He eats a lot.
He needs to just be bulking up.
He eats a lot. I'm like,
I would hate for
you to live with me when you're like 19 or something, because you're going to eat way more than that. I can't. I can't take.
She's like, legally? The way my bank account is set up,
You
though,
feel me?
I can't keep tolerating this.
I cannot.
So you know,
He
you
eats
don't have
a
to go with your
lot.
daddy or something.
He came in from school the other day, and it's just snack time. It's just a little snack until dinner. I said, what did you have before this? Because I know you probably ate before this. He had like 16 chicken nuggets in the air fryer. I had 2 pieces of fish. Marco, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. It's a snack. You got the fish and you got the chicken nuggets. I said, that's just snack time. Girl, that mess. How many times am I gonna have to tell you this? You eating too much. So now when you come back and you want this, you ain't gonna have it. At this point, I feel like I don't need to buy chicken nuggets no more because that's all you want to eat. I said there's other stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, hamburger patties do not last in this house. Chicken nuggets don't last in this house. I'm gonna stop buying them. Focus on something else. Like, girl,
she said, can you have a smoothie or
something? Something. When he
like it, fruits and vegetables in this diet.
Girl, he wake up and he made 2 hamburgers before going to school. You know, he in high school, so he waking up at 5. He got to be gone at 6 because the school starts at 7.
Not
bus.
Him.
He making 2 hamburgers for breakfast in the morning.
She said, "Why do I smell melted cheese and toasted buns?" Like, girl, you even go the extra
gave mile? Away is you left the cheese wrappers on my counter. I caught. Don't do that again, or you ain't gonna cook in the morning no more.
She said,
"Don't leave my house messy." That's tacky. Doing too much. He eat too much. Girl, I can't. I'm just like, Lord Jesus,
give me strength.
Lord Jesus. And it's funny because his auntie, she be like, I'm like, sis, Markel wants to spend the night. She said he gonna have to wait until I go grocery shopping.
That's the deciding factor of whether or not he can stay the night. She know
he eats a lot. I said, Markel, this gotta get it together because like going to this person's house or this person's house, how much you eat, they gonna feel like I don't feed you.
Right.
And I feed you.
It's just like you're eating me out of house and home.
And then you going to somebody else's house and eating like I don't feed you. Mm-hmm. I said, Lord, don't do that at other people's house. That looks bad.
If anything, take your own snacks with you.
Something, girl.
Like, hey, I came to spend the night. I have my bag of chicken nuggets.
Girl, he'll be done. 5 minutes later, he wants to eat some more. Markel, no, you have to.
You know what? I was telling one of my friends, I was like, raising boys and girls are completely different. Raising a boy, and then once they start hitting puberty, it's like a black hole of a stomach that they have. Like everything that goes in, because that testosterone is just.
No, because you know it's like when you hit that growth spurt, you eat a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then it's just like a phase because it's just your growth spurt. It lasts a week. No,
she said this. We're going on year 3 now.
It's a continuous thing. Like he just eats. I'm like, well, Markel, Mama, you gonna finish your food? Yeah, I'm gonna finish my food. I feel like life.
You want your cornbread?
Yeah, I want my cornbread. Right? Like, damn, he be over there done. I'm eating. He just looking at. Stop
staring at me.
Looking at me.
Like you'll say a little puppy dog on the side of the table.
Stop looking at my plate.
But I see that you ain't even touched that yet.
You feel me?
As he touches it, but you ain't even touched that cheese. You ain't even touched it though. At that point, just have it. Just take it. Just take it.
It's kids.
Just take it. I can't stand you.
Don't have them. If you ain't ready, don't have them.
I tell my friends that all the time. I'll tell them like a story about like just some shit that guy would do, like stressing me out, like getting into all my paints and Pablo Picassoing my carpet and the microwave door, and then leaving a blue handprint on the wall of the apartment.
I'm done.
And then I'll just like end it with, don't have kids, or if you're gonna have kids, take your time. There's no rush.
No, for real, because my daughter, I feel like I have a little sister. Mommy, can I use your spray? Can I do that? Oh, can I wear that shirt? You can't even fit into it yet. But when I grow into it, can I have it?
Guy wants.
You got cute clothes, Mama. I know. I'm grown. I know. I'm supposed to have cute clothes.
Exactly. I paid for these.
You feel me?
My clothes.
No, for real. She was all of my body butter, my girl. She used all my stuff. I'm like, girl,
that's adorable.
It's cute. But it's still sometimes annoying. Like, dang.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite, and you just use it all up here.
It's annoying as hell. And then when guy would be doing that, she'll be like, when I got her glasses finally, she goes, now I can see. But then she'll be like, Mommy, we're twins. Because now, and then she wanted to watch. She was like, Mommy, I want to watch like you. So, and then she was like, oh, and then she wanted bracelets. Oh, I got a bracelet. She's like, now we're twins, Mommy. Now watch twins. And then we'll go like this. And then she's like, bracelet
cute.
twins. And we'll go like this. And she's like, glasses twins.
That's cute.
And then she's like, yeah. And then when she starts messing with my other stuff, I'm like,
okay, something got to take. Like,
you
get it together.
I'm like, does this belong to you? Like, I go back into that. Does this belong to you? So then why are you using it?
Did you ask?
Did you ask if you could use it? So I'm not understanding. And then she was like, oh. And then I was like, but I'm also, it's annoying, but I'm also grateful to be able, and I was telling my therapist this, I'm grateful to be able to be a person that my kid wants to be like.
No, for real.
Like, I'm happy that my kid wants to be like me. I'm happy that I'm not the mother that I had, where I was looking at it as I don't want to do that. And she has a mom that she's like, I do want to be like that.
Period.
And I'm like, I'll deal with all the annoyances. If you want to be like me, be like me. Be like all of the good things about me. Don't try to be the bad things about me. Because everybody got good and bad.
No, for real. Because I'm like, I want you to be better than me. She's like, no, I just want to be like, no, I want you to be better
than me.
Be
better than me.
I've made my choices and bad decisions. I want you to be better.
Me. And every parent should want their child to be better than them. I can't stand those parents that are so jealous of their children that they'll hinder them from being their best. So
annoying.
It's when not cute. They could, girl. And it makes me sad. And it's not just mothers, it's fathers too.
Movies.
Girl, that will minimize, like mothers will minimize their daughter's beauty because they're jealous of how well their daughter looks. Or
but it's like
they're insecure.
Like,
right.
It's
right. I'm half of you. Or they're insecure about a new relationship and they're jealous of their daughter for looking attractive. So I'm speaking about somebody's family.
Girl,
look, I'm speaking about somebody's family, all right? Is that they're so jealous of their daughter's attractiveness that they're insecure in the new relationship with their man that they'll belittle their daughter. And the same will go for men, is like their fathers will. A lot of men don't have their fathers nowadays, unfortunately. But when their fathers are there and they're insecure and they don't know how to be respectful to themselves or even the person that they're in a relationship with,
yeah,
that's gonna happen. And I'm like, that's unfortunate. But thankfully, you grow up, and then you're like, oh, I don't have to choose that anymore. When you're in that relationship, when you're in that environment, you have to choose to play that role or you don't get love. Right. It's a conditional thing. But once you choose to be like, actually, you guys, I'm going to go do my own thing, my own house with my own car, and I ain't got to worry about y'all no more.
On everything.
Because then, I mean, at a certain point, the black sheep has to realize the other sheep has grown up. You don't have to be there anymore.
Right.
Like, whereas, like, before when you're, like, in it, you're like, oh, I got to make sure everybody's okay. And I got to make sure I'm walking on eggshells because my mama don't get mad at nothing. At nothing. Man. At absolutely nothing. At absolutely nothing. For no reason whatsoever, just because they woke up mad.
No.
And a lot of parents are like that. And unfortunately, a lot of people are getting parented through that.
Only time I wake up mad is when my house is dirty. Don't make me wake up and this house is dirty. I ain't even start the day.
I done told you 3 times last night to pick up this one singular toy off of the floor. And then the rest of the living room would have been clean as hell.
No, for real.
But I wake up and you decided to do something in the middle of the night and now my house is dirty. And now I got to clean up before I go to work, before I take you to school, before I go to work, and then have to come home and do all of this.
Oh, yeah, that's the toddler stages.
So. Oh, yeah. It's always so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Said no one ever.
But with them teenagers, too, though, sometimes I go to bed early. So it's just like, okay, they be trying to half-ass stuff. But when I wake up and I see that mess, I be like, deep cleaning now. We about to do some baseboard, some more stuff. We're gonna add on.
Get your
It's about
toothbrush.
that time now, anyway. So
Get your toothbrush.
y'all want to play? I can play too.
Right. We said once a month. Here we go. I guess it's today. You know what?
That
it's a great, lovely Saturday to do all of this.
And now you're gonna have the kitchen for another week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But that's all about. There's consequences to your actions. Something that we didn't have.
You know, Ariel done had the kitchen for about 2 months now.
I believe it. That girl stayed in trouble.
3.
I came over the last time. I think it was the last time or the time before that. I said, "Hey, how you doing? You on punishment?" She said, "No." I said, "All right, look at you, made it a week." There's always something with that girl. She stay on punishment.
No, for real.
Like, you on punishment or not? Am I legally allowed to talk to you right now,
man?
Because look, you see us when she on punishment. I'm gonna ignore you.
Back then, she was always on punishment. Have company come over. You still on punishment? Mm-hmm. No, she got off, but she got right back on.
Right back on.
You know, like it's horrible.
She liked the merry-go-round apparently.
You already know how I do. Right. Oh, you on strict punishment? You standing on this crate in the middle of this floor because you want to stand up. Ain't no going to sleep, no nothing.
Mm-hmm. I remember Takira's dad. He would have us go to the corner, face the corner, and read the dictionary. No wonder why my eyes is bad.
That's good. But Ariel likes to read, so
exactly. That's not a punishment. It's a present for her.
Right.
I know because last time she came in, she said, "Mommy, can I go read my book?" And you was like, "No, you want punishment. You don't get pleasantry."
You feel me? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
I love that reading is like no, you don't get to read.
No, for real. Trying to make time go by. No. This supposed to go by slow. Feel this.
You trying to make time go by? You trying to escape into another world?
Punishment. Like, don't play me. Don't play me. Like this ain't what we doing.
I can't.
These kids be trying. They be trying. It's cute though.
It's adorable as hell that your go-to is reading. I love that because any other kids are like, oh, tablet or phone or video games, and you want to crack open a book. No, but also good for you.
That's
Pick that up.
Right. I'm
proud of you. I'm proud of who you're becoming. Yes, but also get it together.
That part, because I ain't about to talk with you.
Guy lost her mind when I told her that. I was like, be better. And she's just like, you hurt my feelings. I was like, well.
Hey, that's what life is. It's about becoming better.
I ain't got nothing else to say to you.
I'm better and better.
All right, that's a good ending for the episode today. All right, we will see you guys, talk to you guys next week.